Hi, welcome back to Fashion, Food, and Finds. Today we have a cooking segment. Kind of feel like Rachel Ray a little bit, but without a crowd watching, except for my mom. We're going to make chicken enchilada pasta today. If you're afraid of spiciness, it's not too spicy. I'm like a real baby when it comes to spicy, but it's the perfect temperature, heat-wise, and it's cheesy. It has these green onions on top. But first, before we start our prep, I'm just going to let you know everything you're going to need for this recipe. It takes about a half an hour tops, depending how fast either your stovetop is with cooking the chicken. So first, obviously, you're going to need some chicken. This one's actually the thin slice. It's easier to cut it, well, faster to cut it, so I like faster and easier. And then we have the green onions and 2 cloves of, what are these things called? Garlic. 1 yellow onion. It has to be, this isn't that big. It's like not even medium, kind of small. And then I chose the Mexican cheese. You can either use Monterey cheddar or basically any cheese that kind of has a Spanish flavor to it because it's a spicy dish, hence the enchilada part. Some sour cream, flour, olive oil, penne pasta, and then for our spices we have garlic powder, chili powder, cayenne pepper, cumin, and then I forgot before, but also tomato paste, because that's for the sauce aspect. And as well, you're going to want salt and pepper to season the chicken, so it's not just dry and plain and gross, because nobody wants that. So first, let's do the garlic. Keep forgetting what this is called, which is really weird. So you want to slice it so that's not too thick, so because nobody wants a big chunk of garlic in their mouth. Then nobody's happy afterwards when they're talking to them. So you try to do it. I like to slice it in a few slivers horizontally, and then vertically you go down and you slice over horizontal ones so that you come up with diced small little garlic, so you don't have to take forever with your prep. I know prep's usually like the least thing I look forward to. That's why I recently bought a chopper. You just put everything into the top. It even has a measurement in the bottom of the container where everything goes. And that's perfect because you don't even have to keep taking it out to measure. Everything's right there. So now we have our garlic all chopped up. I'm just going to move that to the side of this cutting board. Get it off the knife. And it's really useful to actually have a sharp knife. All of our knives are dull, so it's not that great with cutting, but I'll live. And now I'm just going to slice the onion in half first, like so. Put the other one to the side. And also I have a trick with cutting the onions as well. You take the onion, so I'll let you see. So it's curved lines like this, and then you cut against those lines. So in horizontal, and you just keep slicing. And if I had a real knife, it goes so much faster. So we do that, and then we flip it over so that you're crisscrossing it, so that it comes into cube shapes, so that you don't have to spend forever with prep again. And then the pieces will just fall apart. Sometimes they get stuck together in long lines, but you see if you just move it, all the little pieces fall out. So then you have no worries with that. And everybody loves onions. You can, if you're not really an onion person, you can do half and it won't be detrimental to the dish. It's just an extra flavoring that I love to have. Oh, so back to the chopper. I got mine at Sur La Table, a little French cooking place. And it was only $20, and if you saw my last video, you'll know that I'm a big sucker for a good deal. And I had a coupon, not a coupon, a gift card. So it's basically free. And that is perfect if you hate chopping. Because I know the last thing you want to do after you get home, like say if you're a mom, is take the time to cut up everything. You'd rather get something quick, maybe stuff that's already pre-chopped, but then you're missing out on the freshness. And the chopper, you just push down, just keep chopping down until it's the right size you want. Maybe I'll use it in the next cooking video, so I'll get you guys wanting to go out and buy it. And then we'll just finish cutting up these onions. Oh, so obviously, as I don't have a lot of subscribers, I didn't get any feedback about the cooking part if you wanted me to cook off of a recipe book. So I decided to take the liberty and go with cooking my favorite meal. Basically, everyone in my family loves this. They always want me to cook it. I actually had it for my sister's birthday last week, and it's pretty much a crowd pleaser. So we have everything chopped and ready to go. Just going to put it into a container. You can actually put it into this big red one because I'm going to put the chopped chicken in there as well because you cook it at the same time. So with cutting boards, I like to just slide it right off into the container underneath so I don't have to worry about the garlic sticking to my fingers. And what's weird is before I started cooking, I never knew that garlic was sticky. I thought I was doing something wrong when I first started cutting it. I was like, what is this stuff? But it's normal, so if you're a first-time garlic cutter, don't be afraid. It happens. So I just got all this off. Okay, now I've got all the little onion and garlic in there. And now we're going to take the chicken. Obviously, open up your chicken. You can get whatever brand you like, but apparently store brands are a big no-no. So I'll just go with Purdue. And thankfully there's no fat trimming because I hate that part of chicken. I generally hate cutting chicken. I don't know why. It's slimy, gooey, ugh, it's dead. Oh, I never told you how much chicken. You can do around 2 pounds. If you're cooking for more people, they might want more chicken. So you can use your creative juices on that one. I'm just going to throw this on out. And the thin ones, I really recommend that you get the thin ones. See, look how thin. And it's easier to cut them faster if you just lay them on top. Because if you have a big, thick one, you're not going to be able to cut that much in such a little time. So you just lay them on top of each other. And there you go and cut. Now, I'm not going to spend the whole time cutting this because it's going to take forever and ever for me to finish. And I don't know if I'll run out of things to say and you might just get bored watching and stop watching me. And that's a bad thing. So I'm just going to put this aside, but I'll show you the sizes that you're going to want. Because you don't want big chunks of chicken. Chunks, it's a gross word. And you want nice little cubes, edible pieces, ones that you're not going to be chewing on forever just to swallow. So I'll come up and bring you the sizes that you should have. See how small? Ew. Edible little sizes. So you're just going to cut up all those pieces and you can put it into the same container as you had the onion and the garlic, pre-season it or whatnot. So that's what you do with that. And now we're going to cut up the green onions because that's easy. And if you're like me and never used green onions before this, you're like, what part do I use? Do I use the white part? Do I use the green part? You don't use the white part. So you just cut off those pieces at first because if you look, the white part has these like little tentacle things and that'd be really gross if you ate that. I don't know if you want to try, if you want to be adventurous, but you go for that and tell me how that goes for you. So you can just keep them all in a bunch so it's really fast to cut up. And you just want small pieces, small little diced up pieces. They're going to stay in a circular form and it's basically to top off the pasta at the end. It's a nice little garnish and it tastes really good with the sauce mixed in with the pasta and the chicken. It's perfect. At first I was hesitant because I was like, green onion, why is the onion green? Why do you not cook it? But it actually tastes really good, so you can just cut as much. Once the onion starts getting harder to cut, I usually stop then because I don't know if you really want crunchy, big crunchy pieces. But if you're all for the crunch, then you can just keep chopping your heart away. So I'm going to keep it at this about, I don't really know how much this is, but you can you know, take a guess, and one little guy just dropped off the cliff. And that is all for the prep. Now, next when I come back, we're going to be cooking everything. At this moment, you're probably going to want to fill a pot up half with water and put some salt in it and get the pot boiling with water. If your stove is one like mine that takes years and years and years to boil, you should start that right now so that you can stay. If you're watching it while you're cooking simultaneously, you'll be on track with where I'm at too. So, one moment. Welcome back! Okay, now we're at the stove top. My water's boiling already, so you might as well put in your whole box of pasta, because by the time the chicken's done, it's usually at the same time as the pasta, so then you have one big pot to put everything in, and that's perfect. You just put the pasta in there. I like to keep the lid like half up because I know sometimes it bubbles and goes crazy. So you can set your timer to 11 minutes, so got that going. And now we're going to take the olive oil and you put in 1 tablespoon. You want to keep your temperature at medium heat. So put 1 tablespoon, throw it on in there. Okay, put it to the side. And then we can throw in the chicken, the garlic, and the onion into the skillet. And if you went ahead and seasoned your chicken with the salt and pepper, then you're fine. But if not, you can just put it in now. It's basically on your preference how peppery you like or how salty you like. I'm kind of like a so-so. I'm not like, oh, I have to have salt, but I'm not like, oh, I have to have pepper. I guess I'm more of a salt girl. Sounds weird. But now we're going to mix the salt around so it's not just staying on top. So I do that and have the nice little sizzling. It's probably one of my favorite at cooking. I feel like I'm a top chef. So you move that around. And then we're going to do a little more just in case the other side wasn't covered. But don't go crazy, because the worst is when you have too much salt and then nobody wants to eat it. So move it around. Move it around town. SpongeBob. Oh, my childhood. Okay, now the pepper. Pepper. I'm pretty sure, isn't there like a salt pepper song? Salt shaker? Shake. Oh, shake it like a salt shaker. That's what it was. That's kind of interesting. So move that around. I'm going to put more pepper on it because I know the people who will eat it love pepper. Specifically. Okay, well now that we have time to talk, I will tell you more about me. Should I tell you my age? I guess I will. I'm 18, but I'll be 19 in actually less than 3 months. July 21st. I didn't even realize. Yesterday I could have been counting down and telling everybody to remind them 3 months until my birthday. But yeah, 3 months. Speaking of my birthday, I don't know if you've seen Frozen or not, but I am hoping to have a Frozen birthday theme party. I know it makes me sound like I'm 5, but last year I had Despicable Me, so maybe I'm moving up. I don't know which one's more kiddier or not. But I will always be a kid at heart, and my grandpa says that's the best thing, forever young and whatnot. I go to college. I'm actually going to be finishing up my first semester there. So we had a minor little problem. We ran out of memory card space, but we are back. And nothing big has happened. Just the chicken is almost done cooking. We got that going on over here. And as I was saying, before I got rudely interrupted, camera, I'm going to school for my psychology degree. I'm not going to be a psychologist, but to be a social worker. I'm minoring in sociology, and hopefully I'm going to be graduating early, so 2 years and then I'm done. I'm not I don't hate school, but I'd rather be doing hands-on stuff, making a difference, because I really love helping people, and it's one of my favorite things to do. I know it sounds all like, oh, everybody loves to help people, but I actually really do. I have a bigger heart, maybe a bigger heart than I should, but I care and love about everyone. So, yeah, I'm going to be a social worker, and I can't wait, preferably in a school, because, you get the summers off, so I can go on, nice little vacations. And this summer, I really want to do jet skiing. I don't know if you ever gone jet skiing, but leave comments about summer things that I should do, because I really want it to be an exciting summer, not just, sitting by the pool, which is nice, but boring, because nobody ever sits with me, or goes in the pool, so it's, a little depressing when I'm just swimming all alone, swimming, and I get up, oh, just kidding, no one's there. So, that's my summer, basically. And this year I really want to learn can jam. I'm a spaz when it comes to throwing frisbees. I know you have to put your finger and whoo, and then it's supposed to go forward, but it doesn't work for me. I don't know, conspiracy or something going on. But I cannot throw a frisbee. He and Jonathan have tried. We even had practices before in his backyard, and it doesn't end well because I'm just bad. Yeah, so that's my life in college. I have a part-time job, which is, how all part-time jobs are, sucky. But the people are great, so it makes it a little more enjoyable. I really want a different job, but nobody's hiring, and because of school I have not good availability, so you're not going to want me anyways. Well, back to cooking. I think my favorite chef might be Guy Fieri. I love watching diners, drive-ins, and dives. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but that'd be my dream job. All you do is taste food for a living. Who wouldn't want that? And he says everything is good, so you would just, even if it's bad, you just lie for 5 minutes and you get pretty rich off of doing that. And you get to travel around the world, meet new people. So that'd be really cool if I could do that. I'd like to document every place I've gone to, learn new things. My next thing is going to be making homemade pasta. I don't know if I'll actually do it on the channel because that might take a while, because you have to hang up the spaghetti or the fettuccine like it's a little shirt. Just put it there to dry on the side. But it's just kind of weird. I never thought of that, but even they have to dry. Oh, look! Pasta. Let's see if it's actually good. Nobody wants super hard pasta. Oh, here's my spoon for that. So we're going to move it around. See if it's done. Ow. Oh. Oh. The flames are boiling up. You can just take one. Be careful, because I'm really bad at doing this, and I'm afraid of the fire that I'm just going to burn off. Even the steam is like, whoo, whoo, whoo. So let's see. Blow in a few times. Don't be a daredevil. You burn your taste buds. You won't be able to taste this delicious meal you just spent your time making. So let's see. I'd say 1 more minute. That's just for us, but yours might be different. You might have a hotter stove. You might have a less of a heat capacity. So make sure you try it. Don't just think, 11 minutes done, because having hard pasta could potentially ruin the whole meal. Or having too soggy pasta. Ugh. Nobody wants a little flappy noodle. That's just not good. Not good. So we're gonna finish up the chicken. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it takes the same amount as the pasta. If pasta has to go longer, you don't have to let me turn off the chicken. But it's fine. You can keep it going. It's not gonna get all crunchy and hard because your heat's not on high, so you're not going to dry it out. It has a nice, what's that word? Moisture from the olive oil and the onions going on anyways. So we'll just keep mixing that around so it doesn't get brown on the bottom. I'll let the pasta be done in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Yep, those are done. So just turn off the heat. Let me make sure I got the right one. Yes. grab my pasta. I already put the strainer in the sink. That's a really easy way so you don't have to burn, like, I know the steam coming up is pretty much as hot as the hot water. So you don't have to hold, what am I saying? So your hand doesn't burn when you're holding the strainer. So, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm just going to pour it on into here. Okay, like so. Just move it out of the way. And then you're going to want to give it a nice little shake so there's not extra moisture in there. Because then you're going to have too much watery and the sauce isn't going to come out as good. So you're going to give that a nice little shake, 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 shake. Yep, and then we can actually pour it right in with our chicken. Just put that back in there. And you can actually turn off the chicken now. Depending on if you think your chicken's done. If your chicken's not done, don't put the pasta in yet. Wait till your chicken's done. And I'm just going to move it around so it gets ready for when we have the sauce. Sauce is the next thing we're making. And the sauce is what ties the whole thing together, as well as the cheese. Because everyone loves cheese. I love lots of cheese. You don't have to use a whole bag if you want, but you can. Ooh, I forgot a top. Sorry. So unprofessional of me. Oh, look at that. I'm in luck that it was right on top. Normally it's a disaster in there. So put that on top. Okay, now we have a small, oh, you can't even see my head. I'll move this one over here. So we have a small pan, pot, whatever this thing's called. And we put it up here. Mine's a little like teeter-tottery. It's kind of dumb. So you put it there. And then now we're going to take the chili powder. We are going to do 2 tablespoons of chili powder. We just have to wash off my little tablespoon. Okay, so I'll dry that on for you. This is kind of fun cooking in live action. So 2 tablespoons of chili powder. I know it sounds really spicy, but don't worry. You'll be fine. You'll live to tell the tale. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of that. And then we're going to do, where is my, 2 tablespoons of this nice little flour. And 2. And then we're going to add in, I forgot to mention this before, don't use the olive oil on the sauce part. Use either like canola oil or vegetable oil. I recommend canola oil. I don't really know, but I always use canola oil. So let's do 2 tablespoons of that. 1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to want to put this to heat on because it's going to make it work together. And there's going to be a deep red sauce for me. So you just want to mix it around. Don't put it too hot or else it's going to burn. But we're going to have that going. Oh, and if you haven't, you can fill up a measuring cup of 2 cups of water because that's going to be the next step. And make sure you have a measurer for a ½ teaspoon at your ready, because that's going to be what the amount for the next spices coming up. So you want to make sure that everything's blended in, because you don't want floury pasta. That's just nasty. Nasty. So we're going to move that around. La, 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 la. Okay, and then you can have it like medium heat, medium low, whatever floats your boat. So we're going to have that, move that together. And at the first signs of the bubbles, that's when we're going to pour in the water. And also on cap, I guess, or use a little can opener to open up your tomato paste. Because I know sometimes I forget about that and I'm like running around the kitchen like, oh, where's the can opener top? So you just open in that, have that ready, because that's going to go in right after we pour in the water. So move this around. Come on, bubble, bubble, bubble. Yep. Ooh, I see little bubbles. Yeah, so if I don't find a cookbook or whatnot, I think I can make, well, I can make basically anything. Well, I'll try to make anything. I won't lie to you if it doesn't come out good, because you'll take my word for it and you'll make it, and then you'll say you hate it, and then we'll just won't be friends, and that's not good. So just move this around like so. Okay. Yeah, it's a deep red. It's actually really pretty. I'll show you what it looks like at the end, so you know if you're doing it right. But I don't think you can do it wrong. I don't think you can go wrong on this one. Okay, so mine's bubbling up, so I'm going to take my 2 cups of water, pour it in. Have a nice little sizzling noise going on. Okay, so you want to mix it up first before you put the tomato paste in, like so. Okay. Now the tomato paste is 2 tablespoons. I like to use an actual tablespoon because it's easier to just grab it right out. So I'm just going to do 1. And if you like using a whisk, you could actually use a whisk to get off the spoon, to whisk in the tomato paste. Some people like that better, but when I do that, I'm a really messy cooker, so I'll turn it and it'll splash all over me. I'm surprised I'm actually not wearing an apron right now, which I should be wearing. I'm messing all up everywhere. But yeah, the 2 tablespoons of the tomato paste. If you're like I don't know, crazy about the exact measurements, you can actually use a tablespoon measurement, but it's not going to affect your outcome too much there. I mean, it could. I never tried. Maybe it'll make it better. Let me know if it does. So we're going to move that in. You might feel it on the bottom still, again, like chunks of it, but it'll simmer down there. So now we can put in our spices. Let me grab them from over here. Okay, there's some room for me. Now we're going to do a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Put that in there. We're going to do, you can, if you don't really, I don't know, I feel like you should. No, I'm not even going to tell you the alteration because you're going to like it this way. Use a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Yum, yum, yum. And then we have cumin and a half a teaspoon of cumin. And if you want, you can throw in some pepper now if you're a pepper fanatic. So you just stir that on up. Now, it's going to take a little while before it gets thick because, you know, sauce takes time because it's the best part of the pasta. So already my tomato paste at the bottom is basically down to nothing. So it's already mixed in with the sauce, which is a great sign. So we're going to keep mixing this. And then once you think that everything is mixed in the bottom, I'm actually going to leave that alone for a little bit and just put up to like a medium heat. And once it starts, right when it starts thickening, we're going to turn off the heat, and then we're going to grab our sour cream, and that's how you ultimately make it thicker. But I'm going to grab the sour cream right now. And the cheese. So in the meantime, you can open up the cheese. I love cheese. Cheese. Mac and cheese. Oh, one of my favorites. If you guys like mac and cheese, I make this beer baked bacon mac and cheese. It's really good. I know, beer part, I don't drink. Not old enough anyways, but I don't. And normally, like, the taste of beer just sounds like disgusting, right? But it actually tastes really good together. Like, really good. Depending on what type of like beer you get, I wouldn't recommend getting like a ale or something. Get like a lager, and that gives it a rich taste. And the bacon, anything with bacon and cheese is just perfect. That's like the heavenly combination there. Ooh, or like bacon grilled cheese. Or have you ever had mac and cheese with bacon grilled cheese? That is amazing. That's really good for like a rainy day, you know. Or you can make soup. I make soup. I make broccoli cheddar soup. Better than Panera's, I might say. And you'll say too once you make it. So I can do that recipe as well. Just I'm open to all suggestions. I know we're kind of far away, but it's the only way I could get the whole stove in there. I didn't want you thinking it was just cooking in the thin air, because that's kind of weird. So I wanted to feel like I was like on a little show and stuff. But maybe I'll get a bigger, higher tripod that I can turn down a bit. But that'll be in the near future, and I can feel this thickening up a bit. So we can open up our sour cream too. Get that prepared. And if you want, if you're a neat freak, start capping everything, because that's what I usually do. Clean as you go is the best solution, because then afterwards you're not like, oh, there's so many dishes. You have everything basically good to go. I know I get crazy when I'm doing the spices, all the tops are everywhere, and then afterwards I'm like mismatching the tops like a kid learning its shapes. Not it, his or her. And yeah, the sauce looks like it's picking up very greatly. Oh, what did I do? I think I capped something wrong. Oh well, I'll figure that out another time. But yeah, I'm gonna stir this. If you want, you don't have to not stir your sauce. I'm gonna stir my sauce. Sometimes, I don't know, stirring is just relaxing. It's like a good little pastime. It makes you feel more like a chef. So we're gonna stir that. And I don't know if you've ever been to a cooking show, but you should go to the Rachel Ray one. It's really good. I know it sounds like just like a girl thing, but you can bring guys in the little joint too. There's a warm-up guy, and he's so funny. And I didn't know that they tell you when to be like, or ha, cool, yeah, all that stuff. But they tell you, and even though you think that's like staged, you're actually going to say it anyways. They're just like reinforcing that you should say it louder. So that's good. And they also have like beauty tips. So I'm like a mini Rachel Ray show. Maybe one day to be the sour show. But that's in due time, friends, due time. So this is thickening up pretty nicely. And I don't know if you've ever made sauce before, but you should know like the consistency you want it. Depending on your stovetop, that'll also make either faster or shorter and how long it'll take to thicken. But mine's pretty good right now. I think it's good to go. I don't know how long that's been. Maybe like 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Nothing crazy. This isn't a super long meal. So that's good. Now we're going to turn the heat off. Okay, move it around. Now, you can take the sour cream. Depending on how spicy you want it, sour cream kills the spice a little bit. So I like to, it's like a light, not super light orange color that the sauce is. But to get the, like my favorite flavor, I'm going to do 2 regular tablespoons of sour cream. So I put that in there. And also if you want to use a whisk now, if you're a less messy whisker than I am, then you're going to whisk this on up in there. And you'll see, you might get worried that you'll see like little chunkies, but don't worry, it's not gonna affect you. It can be just depending on that. You can also set this aside and wait to put the sour cream if you don't want the sour cream to look like that. But it's really not a flavor changer. Not at all. So, whisk that up in there. Get yours going. And then the meal is almost done, folks. Almost done. This has been a grand time. If you're with me for the whole time, I'm hoping you enjoyed. I'm going to put the step-by-step step-by-step recipe in the description, so in case you miss something or you have to turn it off and you still want to make it, then you can just do that. And I'm actually going to put a little more in there. Here we go. I love sour cream, so you know what? It's going in. So we're just going to mix that up. I really should be wearing an apron because I know I'm going to be like, yes, I made it through, and then I'm going to find a big spot on me, and then my mom will be stuck with getting the stains out for her. So mix that up till it's all good. Okay, then now we're going to put that away and open up this. Okay, so now we have the sauce. We're going to pour it right over here on all over the meat. Okay. I'm actually going to get a mixing spoon. Be right back. Okay, so I've got whatever I like wooden stuff. It's good time. So we're gonna mix this. Mix it on up. Okay. Make sure everything's coated nicely. Yum 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 yum. Okay, and then now we're gonna add in the cheese and try to do it not systematically. I don't know what it is. Do it like pour a little stir, so it's not. It doesn't get clumpy some places, and some places aren't. And we are back again. Third memory card. Look at that. Someone's trying to stop me from recording. But it's not going to work. No, it's not. Because I need to finish this meal. So we're going to pour the rest of the cheese back in. Yeah. I'm going to hurry up before I get kicked off again. So, move the cheese around. You can save some for at the end if you want to, top it with a little something to make it look all fancy if you're a food stylist. But I just decided to pour it on. Guess I was in the heat of the moment with these memory cards. Just gonna move that all around. Oh, memory cards. But you know what? Didn't even get me down. Nothing I can control, so nothing for me to get mad over. That's my optimistic attitude. Kick me in. Okay, so that's all done. Now, time to decorate with the chives. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Everyone loves sprinkles. But these aren't sprinkles. Do not put sprinkles on your pasta. Be a little waxy. Okay, and then now we have the finished product of the pasta. I'm going to bring it up to you so you can see. Hopefully I don't burn myself. Ooh, it's bubbling. Smells delicious. It's going to be amazing. Everyone's going to love it. Either cook it for a family dinner, your boyfriend, your best friend, your dog. I don't know. Cook it for anyone and they're going to love it. Thank you for watching. Sorry about the little mishaps, but there's nothing I can do. I hope you enjoyed the meal as much as I do, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.